Hey guys, this is Chad at Pristine Auto Detailing, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a full detail, a very light paint correction, and ceramic coating on this 2009 Harley Ultra Classic. Alright guys, before we even start cleaning this bike, the first thing we're going to do is remove all the accessories, the bags on the side, all this rear luggage compartment, the seat, remove everything that we possibly can because it's really hard to access inside this where all the dirt gets trapped in the wheel and behind these bags and underneath the seats and stuff. We want to remove all that before we even get started cleaning it. So yeah, let's get started. Alright guys, I'm going to call it quits for today. We got everything removed that we wanted to remove. We'll be able to access in here without removing this luggage rack that holds the rear, I don't know what it's called, trunk or storage container. Ran into a couple issues with the luggage rack holder on top of the little trunk compartment. Had wires ran all through it. That's the first time I ever ran into that. So that took a little bit more time to figure out how the connector worked and pull the wires out and stuff. It should be fun to put back in, but at least we're able to get all this stuff removed. That way we're able to access all the really dirty areas that honestly I don't think they were ever hit since the bike was new in 2009 because they're really, really dirty. And he rides it in the rain sometimes, but yeah, they're just really dirty. So I'm going to call it quits for today and come back in tomorrow and we'll start the washing process and go from there. Alright guys, it's day 2 of the motorcycle detail. I did pull the front windshield off. There's a lot of dirt and stuff that gets trapped in there. And it'll make it easier to clean and polish in Ceramic Pro once we're all ready. But got everything else stripped that we want to strip off. And I'm going to tornador around the electrical components. You have your battery in here, your modules and all your electrical, your fuse blocks. So I'm going to tornador. I don't really want to oversaturate them areas with a pressure washer. So we're going to try to do all that just with a little bit of mist and air. And hopefully we'll be able to get this area clean before we even wash the bike. And then I'll cover up this electrical stuff before we get out the pressure washer or the hose. whole electrical area cleaned up now. It should be good to go. I covered the top. That should be good enough. When I spray, I'll just try not to spray a whole lot of water near the fuse box. But it should be good to go. I used the Tornador, as you can see, to clean that. Just had it on like a light mist setting, and then turned the mist off, and then just dried it with air. If you don't have a Tornador, you could just lightly mist it with maybe like an all-purpose or just like soapy water. Lightly mist it, agitate it with a brush. You might not even have to agitate it with a brush, and then just use like your compressed air or a can of compressed air or your air compressor, and just blow all the dirt down and away from them components, and then cover up the top. That way you don't have a bunch of water, especially going on to whatever that computer module sitting on top is. I don't know how much them things are, but I don't really want to replace one. So yeah, got my buckets ready. This is like my wheel and tire bucket with just soap and water, just regular car soap and water. I think I'm using Chemical Guys Maxi Suds. It works good as a lubrication. You can use whatever car soap you want to use. On this one, I'm not going to use anything with like waxes in it, because I don't want wax all over it, especially if I'm going to be ceramic proing the paint. And on this one, I have the Geon just regular bathed car soap, just regular car shampoo, and I'll use this bucket for the paint. So the wheel bucket, and in here I have wheel woolies and a couple little brushes and stuff. That way I can get inside the wheels. I'm gonna try this P100 out, or not P100, S100. I'm gonna try this out. I never used it. It's a motorcycle cleaner. I think basically all you do, all they say you have to do is give it a light rinse, which I'm gonna rinse it with warm water from the hot water heater, rinse it off, and then spray this all over the bike for a little bit, and then as soon as I'm done spraying it, I think I'm gonna power wash it off. I usually don't power wash bikes. You just want to be careful if you're using a power washer not to spray it into the intake or get really close to electrical components. You don't want to use a whole lot of pressure, and you want to make sure it fans out. You don't want direct stream jets going into electrical components. Yeah, my phone's ringing. Hold up. All right, took care of that phone call. The phone's been ringing off the wall today. It's been like 30, snowing. This weekend it snowed. Now it's like 70 degrees outside. When it gets like this outside, everyone wants the car detailed. So I'm definitely thankful that it's hopefully gonna stay warmer. I think next week it said like 50 or 60. But anyway, let's get started on this. We'll pre-rinse it, and I'll just walk you through the steps in the video. Alright guys, got it all pre-rinsed. I used warm water. It doesn't really matter what you use, cold water, warm water. I think warm water always works a little bit better for cleaning. But we're going to shoot it down with the S100, see how that works. Basically, I'm just going to foam it all up with the S100. It says I can put it on the paint. The paint on this is pretty clean. I'm mainly focused on the wheels and the lower half, the engine, the really dirty areas back in here where all the bugs are. I'm going to spray it on and then wash it off with the hose. I'm not going to use a pressure washer. I never use a pressure washer on a bike. It's not really recommended to. You can jack something up. So we're just going to stick to the standard garden hose and see how this takes off the dirt just with this in itself, not even using any brushes. I almost guarantee I'm going to have to still brush some of the engine stuff in the wheels, but I just want to see how this product works alone without any actual scrubbing or hand touching with our hands. So let's get this thing sprayed down. S100 so far. You can see it actually lift in the dirt. I was actually pleasantly surprised. I'm still gonna go back and just spray the wheels down with it again and actually clean them with light brush. Because the back wheel's still a little bit dirty. And then I'm gonna hand clean the paint with soap and water. I'm just gonna do that no matter what. And then I'll clay bar it later. But yeah, pleasantly surprised so far. We'll see when we dry it, see how it looks. Spent, soaking wet. At least got majority of the bike clean. All the accessories and stuff I'll probably use ONR to clean the rest of the components, the luggage racks and all that extra stuff I took off. I'll probably just do like a rinseless wash on all that stuff. But at least this is clean. With the wheels and stuff, you're definitely going to want to agitate them even if you're using the S100. So you still got to scrub them. I actually wish I had a little bit smaller of a wheel brush. I used to have one, but it ended up snapping and the rubber broke off the tip of it. But I would probably invest, if I did a lot of these, I'm gonna have to order one no matter what, but a smaller scrub wheel brush so I can get in these wheels. These wheels are probably one of the worst wheels to clean. They're still not perfect after scrubbing them. So I'll probably have to spray them down and wipe them down again right after I buff it or right before we put some kind of protection on the wheel. But yeah, these wheels are a pain. Don't ever buy these wheels if you're buying a Harley. But I'm gonna get out of here. This video is just gonna roll until tomorrow. We'll do the paint correction and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go home and get something to eat and then we'll finish it up tomorrow. Whoa, not so fast, Todd. What's going on, guys? It's day 3 of the Harley detail. We got this thing all cleaned up. It's ready to polish. Todd came in early this morning and got all the bags cleaned up using the Optimum No Rinse. We didn't need to whip out the hose or buckets for that. Just spray them down with ONR, Optimum No Rinse. And you can even use that on your Harley when you clean it. If it's the winter time or if it's just light dust. Check out Optimum No Rinse. I'll put the link below so you can read a little bit more into that. But it's like kind of like a waterless or rinseless wash. There's different ways that you can use the product, but it has the lubrication, so you don't have to get out buckets of soap and the hose and everything else. So that worked really good for the bags and accessories that he has back there on the table. So we're going to start the paint correction using the Rupes LHR 75E, the little buffer. pair it up with the yellow Rupes pad, the foam pads. And then we might whip out the Nano Hybrid for the tighter areas. This one has a lot of tight areas, so we're going to polish, do a full one-step with Menzerna 2500. It's kind of like a diminishing compound, so it works really good as like a light compound, but then it finishes out really nice. It kind of diminishes into like a nice polish, and it works really good on this particular color. If you have a black bike, you're probably going to have to use a two-step, possibly like Menzerna 2500 with the Rupes yellow foam pad or like a microfiber cutting pad, and then you're gonna have to finish it out with maybe like 3500 Menzerna with like a white, or even sometimes you gotta use like a black finishing foam pad, because like the black can only scratch so easily. All right, so we're gonna start the buffing process on this. It's got some light micro scratches from washing and drying, nothing serious. And then get it all wiped down with Geon Prep, and then start the ceramic pro. Man, I got a lot of gray hairs. All right, guys, this 2009 Harley is done. It's ready to get out of here. It's raining today, so the customer probably won't pick up until Monday or Tuesday. Did the full detail, paint correction, ceramic pro, and then put everything back together, which is it's a job in itself, just pulling everything off and putting it all back on properly. It's a whole job in itself, and then making sure everything works. But I really, to detail one of these like legit, you probably want to pull the wheels off. I'm just not comfortable pulling wheels off on someone else's bike. And I don't have a motorcycle lift here. Maybe someday we'll tear into them a little bit more with pulling wheels and putting it up on a lift. Just having a lift would be nice. And maybe sometime soon, if we get more of these bikes in, we will get some kind of jack or a lift. That way we don't have to roll it forward to clean the wheels. It's kind of a pain to clean these wheels when you have to roll the bike forward and backwards. But yeah, I didn't go too much in detail with the detail itself, so if you have any questions, feel free to comment below or just give me a call or send me an email. But yeah, you kind of get the idea of tearing it down, cleaning everything properly. The paint correction, I kind of went into what we used for that earlier in the video. But yeah, this one should be good to go, and I'm anxious to see the customer's reaction. So I'm gonna go home, edit this thing, get it posted hopefully tonight, Saturday. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you for subscribing. I think we're at like 830 subscribers. The YouTube demonetization or whatever, it's already went into effect. So our ads, one benefit is our videos aren't running any ads right now, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. But yeah, definitely give it a big like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys later.